In my last installment, I noted that Toron invests in gold stocks due to gold's diversifying and inflation hedging characteristics. In this broadcast, I wanted to describe the criteria that Toron thinks is important for gold companies to succeed and correspondingly their shares to appreciate. Gold started to move up in 2002, and for several years thereafter, it was the stocks of the smaller gold companies that outperformed the stocks of the larger gold companies. This is because these highly prospective companies, in essence, went from being worth nothing to being worth something. In other words, in the appreciating commodity price environment, the market started to bid up the shares of these companies to reflect the fact that some of their projects might actually get off the ground. What's important to recognize is that this sort of phenomena, a prolonged period of outperformance by low-quality stocks versus high-quality stocks, is hardly unique to the gold space and in fact is always the characteristics of the early stages of a bull market in any asset. This relative outperformance by lower quality stocks can never be sustained, however, as buyers of stocks inevitably gravitate towards quality and value for money. There are several characteristics that we think are important when evaluating potential gold investments. First and foremost is low geopolitical risk. You want to invest in a company where the assets are in areas where you can have confidence in the royalty regime, confidence in the integrity of the rule of law, and so forth. Second is financial strength. You want to invest in a company that has strong cash flows and a strong balance sheet. This is important because it means the company has a better chance of being able to grow organically without having to go to the equity markets and issue new stock every 12 or 24 months. Asset diversification is incredibly important as well. You want to invest in a company that has a multitude of mines that are producing and mines in the pipeline as opposed to just a couple of assets. It's hard to overstate the risk of investing in a company that only has one or two assets. Finally, management expertise is incredibly important as well, and I would split this up into two separate areas. The first being management's capabilities in terms of mine operators, project developers, and project managers, and the second being their demonstrated track record in terms of M&A activity. Have they gone out and done deals that have been accretive to their existing shareholders? With this criteria in mind, two companies rise to the top of the pack. Barrick Gold is the undisputed leader in the gold industry. The company has nearly 24 mines that are in production presently. Management has a fantastic long-term track record as mine operators and project managers, and by that I mean they have a very good track record of converting their resources into reserves and then into operating mines on time and on budget. The company also has a very good deal-making track record. They took a lot of flack at the time of the Placer Dome deal, but when you look at the improvements they've made to those Placer assets, Barrick's very much been vindicated. Goldcorp is now the third largest gold stock in the world and has the best organic growth profile of any of the major gold companies, due mostly to its wholly owned Peñasquito asset in Mexico, which also contains significant silver assets as well. The acquisition of Glamis by Goldcorp in 2006 very much transformed the company for the better. Prior to the Glamis deal, the knock on Goldcorp had been that while management were good deal makers, the company was pretty unremarkable as mine operators. With the acquisition of the Glamis staff, Goldcorp has been able to add significant project management and technical expertise to its ranks. The bull market in bullion is now mature enough that a rising tide will no longer lift all boats. Correspondingly, we suggest investors hone in on the characteristics you'd associate with quality: capable management, financial strength, and sound growth prospects.